Mark William Calloway, globally known as The Undertaker, was born on March 24, 1965 in Houston, Texas, USA. He was the youngest of four children in a working-class family. His father, Frank Calloway, worked for a local railroad company, while his mother, Marie, was a homemaker dedicated to nurturing the family. Growing up in Houston during the late 1960s and 1976, Mark's childhood was marked by strong family values, discipline, and community involvement. Despite being a relatively quiet child, he exhibited curiosity, resilience, and a reflective nature, traits that would later define his personal and professional life. Mark's upbringing emphasized responsibility. As the youngest sibling, he often observed his older brothers and learned lessons in patience, observation, and persistence. These early life experiences fostered an inner strength that became central to his character. Adolescence and early interest during his teenage years, Mark developed a passion for sports, particularly football and basketball, which gave him the discipline of teamwork and strategic thinking. His height and athletic ability made him a standout player in school teams, where he demonstrated both skill and leadership potential. At the same time, Mark cultivated personal hobbies such as reading, music, and studying human behavior. These intellectual pursuits shaped his reflective personality and provided a counterbalance to his athletic activities. 2. Family and community. Influence. Mark's family played a crucial role in his development. His parents instilled a strong sense of work ethic, respect, and moral grounding, which guided him through adolescence. His mother, in particular, emphasized education and personal integrity, encouraging Mark to excel academically while pursuing extracurricular interests. The Calloway family lived in a close-knit neighborhood where neighbors were considered extended family. This environment reinforced the values of cooperation, empathy, and responsibility. Mark learned early that success required both individual effort and respect for community. 3. High school life. Mark attended Waltrip High School in Houston, where he excelled academically and athletically. In addition to playing football and basketball, he was drawn to track and field events, developing discipline, focus, and endurance. Teachers and coaches recognized Mark's calm determination, often praising his ability to remain focused under pressure. These traits were not only instrumental in sports, but also shaped his later approach to life and relationships. Academically, Mark showed a particular interest in history, psychology, and literature, enjoying subjects that allowed him to explore human behavior, motivation, and storytelling, themes that would later influence his persona in professional contexts. 4. College life. After graduating high school in 1983, Mark enrolled at a Texas college with a focus on education and physical fitness. He was drawn to studies that combined his interest in athletics, human development, and teaching. While details about his major vary, sources suggest he focused on exercise science, physical education, or kinesiology. Athletics and training. College offered Mark an opportunity to refine his athletic abilities. He participated in football and track at the collegiate level, pushing his limits while balancing academic responsibilities. Strength training. Mark began formal gym workouts, including weightlifting, conditioning, and flexibility exercises. Discipline and routine. College life taught him time management and self-reliance, essential traits that would carry into adulthood. Mental toughness. Managing studies and sports cultivated resilience, focus, and a long-term perspective. Mark also joined student organizations and volunteer programs, reflecting his interest in community engagement and leadership development. These experiences expanded his social network and honed his interpersonal skills. 5. Personal growth in college. College was a pivotal period for Mark's personal development. He cultivated self-discipline, learning to structure days for study, training, and social interaction. Exposure to diverse students broadened his perspectives on teamwork, leadership, and cultural sensitivity. He explored hobbies such as music, writing, and mentoring younger students. These formative experiences shaped his reflective, disciplined nature, traits that would later define his approach to professional life and personal relationships. 6. Early romantic life. During college, Mark began developing his understanding of relationships and emotional intelligence. Early romantic experiences taught him the importance of communication, trust, and mutual respect, values that would become central in his marriage. He formed close friendships with peers, many of whom shared his commitment to fitness, academics, and personal growth. These social interactions reinforced his appreciation for loyalty, mentorship, and collaboration. 7. Meeting his future wife. Mark met his future wife, Sarah Calloway, during the late 1980s. Shortly after finishing college, their relationship grew gradually, rooted in mutual respect, shared values, and emotional connection. Sarah shared similar interests in fitness, family values, and long-term personal goals. Their early courtship emphasized friendship, communication, and understanding, laying a solid foundation for a lasting partnership. 8. Married life. Mark and Sarah married in 1997, creating a private, supportive family environment. Their marriage has been characterized by stability. Despite Mark's professional demands, they prioritized family and home life. Parenting. Together, they have raised two children, focusing on education, responsibility, and personal growth. Mutual support. Sarah has been a consistent source of encouragement, helping Mark balance personal and professional priorities. Mark's calm, disciplined personality, cultivated through early life and college experiences, has been a cornerstone of his marriage. Their partnership emphasizes trust, communication, and shared values, allowing them to navigate challenges effectively. 9. Lessons from early life. College and marriage. Discipline, developed through sports, academics, and early responsibilities. Time management, learned in college, balancing athletics and study. Resilience, built through challenges, setbacks, and personal growth. Partnership, marriage reinforced teamwork, communication, and shared vision. Lifelong learning, curiosity, and reflection remained central throughout his life. Mark William Calloway, known worldwide as The Undertaker, began his fitness journey as a teenager in Houston, Texas. Standing tall and naturally athletic, he was encouraged by coaches and family to develop his body through strength and conditioning. Mark's introduction to the gym began in high school, initially as part of football and track training. Early exercises included bodyweight movements, push-ups, pull-ups, squats, basic weightlifting with free weights. Cardio conditioning for endurance. His motivation at this stage was athletic performance, excelling in football games, building stamina, and developing the discipline required for competitive sports. 2. Who motivated him? Mark's motivation to pursue serious fitness came from multiple sources. Family influence. His father emphasized hard work, resilience, and dedication. His mother reinforced the importance of discipline and focus. Athletic role models, college athletes, and professional sports figures inspired Mark to combine size, strength, and endurance. Personal ambition, a quiet drive to be exceptional in athletics and later wrestling, gave him a strong internal motivation. Understanding that physical presence was key to future success in both sports and entertainment encouraged him to push beyond average limits. 3. College gym life. During college, Mark transitioned from general athletic training to structured gym workouts focused on strength, agility, and functional conditioning. He learned advanced weightlifting techniques and experimented with routines that improved both physique and athletic performance. Key elements of his college gym life: compound lifts, bench press, squats, deadlifts for overall strength, isolation exercises, biceps curls, triceps extensions, and core work. Conditioning routines, running, sprints, and endurance drills. Flexibility training, stretching and mobility for injury prevention. Discipline in the gym mirrored his academic approach, consistent, methodical, and goal-oriented. College friends and teammates often noted his quiet intensity and determination. 4. Who helped him enter? Mark's transition from college athlete to professional wrestler required guidance from mentors who understood the industry. Key mentors: Don Jardine the Spoiler provided early insight into wrestling psychology and in-ring performance. Ted DiBiase and others in Texas wrestling circles introduced him to regional promotions, helping him develop technical skills and stage presence. Through these mentors, Mark learned wrestling fundamentals: grappling, timing and moves, showmanship and storytelling in the ring, discipline and professionalism required for long-term success. Mentorship and structured gym routines allowed him to combine physical fitness with athletic performance, a core requirement to succeed in WWE. 5. Professional gym life in Once Mark joined WWE then WWF, gym training became an essential part of maintaining championship-level performance. His gym regimen evolved to include strength training, heavy compound lifts for power, Olympic-style lifts for explosive venison and conditioning, high-intensity interval training, cardiovascular routines to sustain long matches, functional and injury prevention work, core stabilization, mobility and flexibility, rehab exercises for minor injuries, mental discipline. Gym sessions doubled as mental preparation, building patience, focus, and resilience under pressure. Mark's dedication in the gym allowed him to endure decades of physically demanding wrestling matches, performing at elite levels well into his 50s. 6. Companionships and alliances in Mark's career in WWE was defined not just by individual talent, but also by alliances and professional relationships. 1. Paul Bearer, a longtime manager who helped shape Mark's persona as The Undertaker, guided him strategically in storylines and promos. 2. Kane, both storyline brother and in-ring partner or rival. Matches against and with Kane showcased teamwork, storytelling, and rivalry dynamics. 3. D-Generation X and the corporation interactions. Although not a member, Mark had feuds and occasional collaborations with groups like DX, showing strategic alliances and competitive partnerships. 4. Mentorship of younger wrestlers. Mark often mentored younger talent, teaching ring psychology, professionalism, and training habits. His companionship extended backstage as a trusted figure who helped newcomers integrate into WWE culture. 7. Motivation. Through rivalrous, Mark's gym motivation was often fueled by the need to prepare for upcoming opponents and storylines. Feuds with wrestlers like Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Brock Lesnar pushed him to train harder, refine technique, and improve endurance. In WWE, the gym wasn't just about aesthetics, it was performance preparation for high-stakes competition. 8. Legacy of gym discipline and companionship. Mark's decades-long success is rooted in the combination of consistent gym training, mentorship, and guidance, strategic alliances, and professional relationships. These factors contributed to longevity in WWE, ability to perform at elite levels, influence on peers and younger generations. Early WWE wins. Debut and first victories. Debuted in WWE at Survivor Series 1990, defeating a series of lower card opponents. Early wins showcased his supernatural persona, physical dominance, and psychological intimidation. First pay-per-view wins. Victory over Jimmy Snuka at early televised events helped establish his undefeated streak narrative. Success in tag matches built credibility while allowing him to learn match psychology from veterans. 3. Undefeated WrestleMania. Streak. WrestleMania 7-31. The Undertaker's most famous achievement is his 21-0 WrestleMania streak, symbolizing dominance at WWE's biggest stage. Notable victories include Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 25, considered one of the greatest matches ever. Triple H, WrestleMania 17 and 28, Hell in a Cell, staged with dramatic storytelling. Kane, multiple encounters emphasizing storytelling of rivalry and family dynamic. Psychology behind the wins. Each WrestleMania victory was carefully built with storyline tension, audience engagement, and long-term rivalry arcs. Wins reinforced The Undertaker as an unstoppable force, adding legitimacy to his Deadman persona. 4. Championship wins. World Championships, WWE Championship, multiple reigns. Notable wins: defeated Hulk Hogan 1991, early feud. Defeated The Rock at No Mercy 2000. Defeated Triple H in high-profile pay-per-views. World Heavyweight Championship wins included victories over Batista at WrestleMania 23, Edge and John Cena in intense multi-stage match. Other titles: Tag Team Championships partnered with Kane and others. Hardcore and mid-card titles. Early career wins to develop versatility. Yak title win emphasized dominance in ring, psychological narrative arcs, audience engagement, and persona evolution. 5. Major rivalry. Shawn Michaels, multiple iconic matches, including WrestleMania 25 and 26, career-defining bouts with high stakes. Psychological storytelling was central. Both pushed each other to peak performance. Kane's storyline, brotherhood turned rivalry matches, blended personal storylines with physical combat. Multiple pay-per-view clashes, often culminating in Hell in a Cell matches. Triple H, long-standing feud emphasizing authority vs. unstoppable force. Multi-year arcs included Hell in a Cell, Elimination Chamber and WrestleMania encounter Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock occasional rivalries during the Attitude Era, providing crossover storylines, elevated his character as a supernatural, unstoppable competitor. Other notable rivals: Mankind, Mick Foley, known for hardcore matches, Randy Orton, younger generation, testing endurance, Brock Lesnar challenged his WrestleMania streak 6 injuries throughout career despite his dominance. The Undertaker endured serious injuries that challenged his longevity. Back injuries, recurrent back problems in the late 1990s and early 2000s, required rehab and modified training, sometimes forcing hiatuses from weak knee and leg injuries, ACL and meniscus strains during high-impact matches. Recovery involved both gym-based rehab and limited in-ring training. Neck and shoulder injuries occurred in mid-career due to high-risk maneuvers, often required matches to be adapted for safety while maintaining audience engagement. Mental and physical resilience despite injuries. He returned to WWE matches with intensity, adjusted wrestling style to avoid long-term damage while keeping the Deadman persona credible. 7. Training and recovery. Gym and physical therapy routines were central to career longevity, focused on strength maintenance, cardiovascular endurance, flexibility and mobility to prevent re-injury. Mentorship from trainers and doctors helped him modify techniques without compromising performance. WrestleMania, the iconic streak and legacy. Vince Undertaker's WrestleMania streak is perhaps the most defining aspect of his career. Spanning 21 straight victories, these matches represent not only athletic prowess, but psychological storytelling at its peak. Early streak matches. WrestleMania 7 vs. Jimmy Snuka, Undertaker's first WrestleMania victory established his Deadman persona, portraying him as a supernatural and unstoppable force. WrestleMania 8 vs. Jake the Snake Roberts, known for mind games, provided Undertaker a narrative of mental resilience. The Deadman's win solidified his aura. The streak vs. Legends Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 25 and 26 matches are widely considered classics. Each victory was not just physical, but a storytelling triumph. Endurance, strategy, and ring psychology created Match of the Year debates among fans. Triple H, 2 major victories at WrestleMania 17 and 20. Hell in a Cell with Shawn Michaels as a special guest referee tested both endurance and tactical in-ring awareness. Streak vs. Rising Stars Batista, WrestleMania 23. A clash of generational styles, Undertaker's victory reinforced him as a bridge between eras. Randy Orton, WrestleMania 21. Undertaker's strategic approach in ring emphasized patience and psychological dominance. These WrestleMania victories elevated him beyond championships, building a mythos unmatched in professional wrestling history. 9. Championship wins and key titles. We championship multiple reigns, including victories over Hulk Hogan, The Rock, and Triple H. Early wins helped solidify him as a main event player. Later wins showcased adaptability against newer talent. World Heavyweight Championship triumphs over Edge, Batista, and John Cena. Many victories came after months of storyline build-up, emphasizing psychology, pacing, and fan engagement. Tag team titles partnered with Kane as the Brothers of Destruction for tag team championships. These wins highlighted Undertaker's versatility, dominance both as a singles and tag competitor. Other accolades: hardcore and mid-card titles early in career allowed him to refine technical skill, crowd engagement, and match endurance. Each championship reign combined storyline relevance with real-life athletic performance. 10. Extended rivalries, psychological and physical. Battles. Kane, introduced as the Undertaker's storyline brother, Kane became one of his most complex rivalries. Matches ranged from standard bouts to Hell in a Cell and casket matches, blending family drama with physical storytelling. This rivalry spanned decades, creating layers of narrative that evolved with both performers. Shawn Michaels, their WrestleMania 25 match remains iconic due to high-risk maneuvers, flawless psychology, and emotional storytelling. Follow-up match at WrestleMania 26 ended Michaels' career, giving Undertaker a morally complex victory. He won but respected his rival's legacy. Triple H feuds with Triple H included Hell in a Cell, WrestleMania 20. Special storytelling roles with Shawn Michaels as referee, Multiple main event pay-per-views testing endurance, strategy, and physical limits. Mankind Mick Foley hardcore matches with Foley pushed Undertaker's limits. Barbed wire, steel chairs, and high-impact stunts often caused injury and required precise conditioning. Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock. Occasional rivalries during the Attitude Era. Undertaker's victories reinforced his Immortal character, adding depth to both mid-card and main event narratives. Brock Lesnar ended the famed WrestleMania streak at WrestleMania XXX. Prior matches tested Undertaker physically and mentally. Injuries and aging added realism to the storyline. 11. Injuries across his career. Undertaker's career longevity is remarkable given the injuries he sustained. Back and spine injuries, chronic back issues forced him to adapt match style. Required both gym rehab and reduced high-risk maneuvers while maintaining audience engagement. Knee and leg injuries, ACL, MCL, and meniscus strains occurred during power-intensive matches. Rehabilitation included strength, mobility, and endurance training. Neck and shoulder injuries, many occurred during high-impact maneuvers like chokeslams and powerbombs. Undertaker modified his in-ring style to protect longevity while keeping matches competitive. Psychological impact. Recovering from injury required mental toughness, patience, and discipline. Each comeback further cemented his reputation as resilient and unstoppable. 12. Recovery and gym discipline. A functional training focused on injury prevention, mobility, core stability, and controlled lifts. Strength and conditioning. Compound lifts, deadlift, squats, bench press for power and endurance. Cardiovascular routines, high-intensity interval training for stamina, consistency despite injury. Undertaker maintained performance through decades, returning from injury stronger each time. Training adapted for age, injury history, and match requirements. 13. Legacy of wins and rivalries. WrestleMania streak and championship wins define his competitive legacy. Rivalries with Shawn Michaels, Kane, Triple H, and Brock Lesnar showcase psychological storytelling, athleticism, and resilience. Career injuries emphasize the human toll of professional wrestling and the importance of recovery, discipline, and training. Early life lessons and motivation. Kylod, an early discipline born in Houston, Texas, Mark's early life emphasized family values, responsibility, and perseverance. Participation in school sports like football and basketball introduced him to training, teamwork, and endurance. These early experiences shaped his mindset. Discipline and commitment are non-negotiable for success. First exposure to gym training. Teenage athletic training included weightlifting, bodyweight exercises, and conditioning. Motivation came from personal ambition and athletic achievement, setting a foundation for later professional development. Lesson for gym motivation: start small, focus on basics, and build foundational habits. Growth is gradual, not instant. 3. College and athletic development. During college, Mark refined his physical conditioning and mental resilience. Training routine: compound lifts, squats, bench press, deadlifts, cardio, running, sprints, and endurance training. Core and flexibility work for injury prevention, balancing mind and body. College life required time management, academics, sports, and social commitments. Learning to juggle responsibilities taught him discipline and strategic planning, essential for long-term gym consistency. Lesson: gym motivation thrives when integrated into your daily routine and aligned with larger life goals. 4. Entering WWE. Professional fitness and mindset. Mark's transition to WWE required peak physical condition and mental toughness. Gym sessions became more intense, and training focused on strength for in-ring performance, lifting heavy weights, building explosive power for moves like chokeslams and tombstones, endurance for long matches, high-intensity interval training and cardio, flexibility and mobility. Prevent injuries during high-impact maneuvers. Mentorship and guidance. Mentors like Don Jardine and other regional wrestlers helped him adapt gym training for wrestling performance, emphasizing functional strength and durability. Lesson: find mentors or coaches to guide your progress and optimize workouts. 5. The importance of mental toughness. Consistency over time. The Undertaker trained consistently for decades, proving that long-term discipline surpasses short-term motivation. Mental toughness allowed him to push through injuries, fatigue, and grueling schedules. Both in WWE and in the gym, visualization and focus. Undertaker used mental rehearsal to envision winning matches and overcoming rivals. In the gym, this translates to focusing on form, controlled movements, and pushing beyond perceived limits. Lesson: mental preparation is as important as physical effort. 6. Overcoming setbacks and injuries. Undertaker's career was filled with injuries that could have ended his journey. Examples include chronic back pain, knee and shoulder injuries, neck strains. Despite these challenges, he adapted workouts to allow recovery, focused on injury prevention training, returned stronger after each setback. Lesson: gym motivation isn't about avoiding pain, it's about overcoming obstacles and adapting intelligently. 7. Gym discipline and routine. Undertaker's gym life exemplifies structured, goal-oriented training, strength days, heavy compound lifts, cardio and conditioning, high-intensity intervals, endurance circuits, flexibility and mobility, stretching, yoga, rehab exercise. Even on the road for WWE tours, he maintained routines, emphasizing that consistency beats convenience. Lesson: build routines that are sustainable, adaptable, and consistent. 8. Rivalries as motivation in WWE. The Undertaker's rivalries pushed him to train harder and elevate performance. Shawn Michaels, Kane, Triple H, Brock Lesnar. Each feud demanded peak physical condition, strategic preparation, and mental resilience. Lesson: competition drives improvement. Use challenges in your life to fuel gym motivation. 9. Companionship and accountability. While largely a solo figure in the ring, The Undertaker benefited from trainers and gym partners for safe, effective workouts, managers like Paul Bearer for professional guidance, mentoring younger talent, which reinforced accountability and purpose. Lesson: surround yourself with people who encourage growth, consistency, and discipline. 10. Longevity and adaptation. Undertaker's longevity in WWE is remarkable. Even into his 50s, he maintained peak fitness. Key principles: adapt training to age and recovery needs, prioritize injury prevention and functional strength, maintain mental focus and motivation despite external pressure. Lesson: gym motivation isn't just about short-term gains, it's about long-term sustainability. 11. Lessons for gym motivation. Start with fundamentals and build progressively. Find intrinsic motivation to push beyond limits. Seek mentorship to optimize technique and efficiency. Train with purpose, every set and rep counts. Embrace setbacks as opportunities for growth. Use competition and challenges to fuel consistency. Surround yourself with supportive companions. Adapt routines to prevent injury and sustain longevity. Prioritize mental preparation, visualization, and focus. Celebrate small wins to reinforce progress.